Hello, good people. Spot of Nerd here with a brand new episode that, quite frankly, even I don't really know what to say, really, or how to describe the level of dog shit that this movie I recently saw that is currently in theaters. And you know, it's a perfect time of year. It's the Valentine's Day spirit. It's love is in the air. And what better way to emphasize and bring out the love and amazingness that the relationships of the world can bring of two people together than companionship. And lo and behold, there has been yet another AI film, AI robot type film, where essentially the robots become sentient, and of course every other real world cliché political agenda steps in. But for a brief moment, this new movie, Companion, the very first 10 minutes actually started out as if this was going to be something different and something actually really cool, really great, but it just ultimately literally pooed itself, and let's just roll the intro. Companion. It stars Huey from The Boys, if you're a fan, hopefully, of the first couple seasons, not the most recent, because The Boys has taken one of the greatest nosedives in television streaming series history. That's for another story, another time. We're here to talk about Companion because I want to wish a happy Valentine's Day to all the lovers out there, and I mean that because there are a few of you out there that actually mean it, so more props to you. I am a part of the hashtag relation tired group where, quite frankly, we're just retired from relationships. That's another story for another time, but all I will say is when you learn to find peace with yourself, when you learn to find that peace, it is honestly like winning the lottery. It is nothing else. I can't describe the awesome that is, but if it ever happens one day, I'm open to it. For now, I love just doing this and talking to you all about some of the most amazing dog shit that is currently in theaters because, wow, Hollywood, you really nailed it on this one. Companion, again, the film is about artificial intelligent robots that are basically, verbatim quote in the film, fuckbots. And albeit they're programmed to be companions, no pun intended, you're going to hear that a lot in this episode. It started off really great. And before I get into the synopsis, I would super appreciate if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button right down below. Give me the likes, give me the comments, the whole 9 yards. I really would appreciate it. Just to give you like a spiel real quick on this channel, we've gained nearly 100 subscribers in less than 4 months. My mind is blown. To more popular channels, to bigger channels, that this is nothing. But to me, gaining nearly 100 subscribers in less than 6 months is incredible. And I just want to send a huge thank you and appreciation to everybody out there that does subscribe and follow the channel. Thank you guys so much. And let's get back to this review because the synopsis was going to be amazing. Essentially, you have, in this world, this futuristic world, you have artificial intelligent robots. Now, there's been a lot of that lately in the last couple years. We did Subservient, previous episode we did where Megan Fox is like a cleaning lady, turns into like this love story, and then learns to be sentient, and then robots take over the world. And then we had, even a few years ago, we had Her, the movie Her, where Scarlett Johansson is like, I think it was Joaquin Phoenix too, where, you know, he just listened to her, no pun intended, and he fell in love with her. It's kind of a weird, eerie film, but it's not terrible. In this film, these artificial robots exist, except they're more on the basis of companionship and love, hence the title companion. So ultimately, this group of people, these friends, they basically create this plan that we're gonna get this AI robot to murder a crime boss, because obviously he's a crime boss, so he's bad, and we're gonna take all of his money. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the artificial intelligent robot to murder him, so it looks like she went crazy and she obviously malfunctioned. Turns out the robot didn't know it was a robot. Oh my god, I haven't seen that in any sci-fi film or genre ever. Terminator, every other sci-fi film known to man. And again, it was actually kind of the basis of like, this actually could be pretty good because it's exactly how it goes. So she murders this crime boss. So, you know, they go out to his vacation home and she gets hit on by the crime boss. She doesn't like it, the artificial robot, and she murders him. Couldn't tell you for the life of me what her name is, the main actress, but look her up. She's the artificial intelligent robot. You'll notice some other famous people too. The guy that was in Scream 2, and then you'll also know the other kid, which was in What We Do in the Shadows. He was the just look him up. You'll know who I'm talking about if you're a fan of What We Do in the Shadows. So you come to learn, I'm going to give you the good part, and then I'll just wrap it up with just how shitty this film was. In the beginning, you have no idea really what's going on. It just simply starts off with like this kind of, they're in the grocery store, they're about to meet each other, the artificial intelligent robot and Huey. You don't know she's a robot yet. You really don't know. You're like, okay, this is just a love story. And then there's a prologue where she's like, you know, oh, I'm talking about how much I fell in love for the first time and blah, 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 until I killed him. And then you're like, okay, so this obviously will be a murder mystery or whatever it is, but you still don't know that she's a robot. It's not until like 20 minutes, 30 minutes into the film where she actually kills the crime boss. And then all of a sudden Huey, she's covered in his blood, and Huey goes, we'll just call her AI. AI shut off. And obviously her eyes go blank and she powers down. And that's the first time you actually get to see her as a robot. You're like, holy shit, where did that come from? It was one of those it's one of those moments in movie history where you're like, oh my god, for the first time ever, I was actually caught off guard, which means there was actually decent writing for a very brief moment. Very, very brief moment. And then it all went downhill because, as you can imagine, the entire rest of this film, it's only like a 90-minute film, is just going about the most dumbest shit where obviously Huey is trying to cover up the damage that he's created. You got the crime boss that's been murdered. You got the AI robot that, of course, breaks free and causes havoc because she's obviously trying to escape everybody, because now that she's sentient and she knows that she's a robot, she's now going to go and do whatever she wants. And at the same time, Huey knows that, oh my god, we just basically jailbroke an artificial intelligent robot to murder somebody so that we could get the millions of dollars. And then it goes into, of course, the cliche agendas around relationships. Now, I have to tread very carefully here, but I'm pretty sure if you know me and you know this channel, or you know just the realism, of course, of unfortunately some of the ways in which love and the world relationships go, you can imagine it all comes down to control. Yeah, if you're picking up my vibe here, control. Just think of control here. Huey controls the AI robots. Now, obviously, there's these little quirks here and there where she learns to turn off the control because, of course, she's controlled through the app on his phone. She learns to turn it off and blah, 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 blah. He obviously finds another robot to kind of, again, fix all this other... It's one of those where, like, it should have only been one person dead. Turns out multiple people get dead over time throughout the whole film. They obviously call the whole robot people out to say, like, oh my god, you know, playing the whole victim of, like, the robot killed somebody, so of course they come out to take the robot. They end up dead because the robots kill them. It's so clichély stupid. Clichély, if that's a word, I don't really know. It ends up in that ultimate way of the man controlling the robot. And I'm saying that simply as a statement of what this movie is, where Huey controls the the artificial intelligent robot. But obviously, because now that she is sentient, she will no longer be controlled. And that's simply coming from the film. Nothing more, nothing less. Not an opinion, simply basing the fact of this is what occurs in the film, if you're picking up where I'm going. Now, that's not to say that those things in the world happen, and that's very, very bad. I'm here to say that no, that shouldn't happen. It's wrong. This is a sci-fi movie with artificial robots, and it's about companionship, which they even start the entire film out that these robots are nothing more than, quote, as I said, fuck bots. So you literally buy a robot to fall in love with, and all you do is fuck it. What else did you expect would happen in this film? I'm almost disappointed in myself, because for a brief moment I thought, you know what, maybe we actually do have a good film here. It's like, again, the Megan Fox, the Subservient. I thought, holy crap, maybe we might have a good film here. Lo and behold, Hollywood, the politics, and the agendas took over this film and completely ruined it, completely destroyed it. Because instead of focusing on the fact that this artificial intelligent robot was set up to murder somebody and did murder somebody, became sentient, has been controlled by this app, you could have had this really cool, like, I don't know, Italian Job type film with an artificial intelligent robot. Instead, you went down the agendas and the politics of man is bad, men are evil. It just, at this point, it's embarrassing, because it just continues to portray that picture that men are evil, men are horrible. And quite frankly, as I've said before, just being more open on this channel, it's a little bit dry and it's a little bit pathetic and just boring at this point to tell the same story over and over again, to try to portray the same message over and over again, when realistically, you wonder why nobody goes to the theater anymore. You wonder why nobody pays to see these films anymore, because it's just the same crap every single time. It's the same messaging every single time that makes your eyes roll so much. Your literally eyes are rolling behind your head right now, or behind your head, whatever that metaphor is. It's just stupid, it's silly, it's pointless, and shame on the producers and the writers, because you could have had something here that was different. You could have had something here that would have been great if you just stuck to the whole sci-fi, artificial intelligence, becoming sentient, murdering people, trying to get out of this mess, crime boss. You could have had something really amazing here, and instead, as you know with this channel, you had absolute dog shit. So I'll leave you with that. Obviously, at the end of the film, major spoiler if you give any craps, of course, Huey dies because the robot finds a way to kill him. Shocking. And she goes about her business, she takes the money, and there is an end credit scene where, she can still be tracked, like find your fucking iPhone, because she's a fucking artificial robot. Obviously, there's going to be a find my fucking fuckbot, because that's just how the world works, apparently, in this world. If you can taste the sarcasm, do not waste your time with this film. Please do not waste your time. There's not enough words, so I'm going to wrap this episode up, because otherwise I won't shut up. But I super appreciate everybody that watches. If you got this far, again, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really do mean it. Happy Valentine's Day. If you do have somebody special out there, more power to you. If you've got your family and your support system, I think that is absolutely amazing. And you know what? Don't lose hope for those that want it, because I promise, if God works in mysterious ways, maybe one day he'll give you the love of your life too. But until next time, folks, we will see you guys in the next episode. Laters, y'all. Seriously, just to give you an idea of how bad this film is, these artificial intelligent robots, apparently if you touch on the back of their neck, you can literally hard reset. You can factory reset the robots. But of course, when Huey turns one of the other robots into this evil Terminator type robot, the artificial intelligent girl who, became sentient lets this Terminator type robot learn, like, don't lose hope, don't forget who you really, really were. Even though he's had his hard drive completely wiped, somehow, some way he remembers everything. It's just the level of lazy writing here, people, is astounding. I can't even. I'm gonna shut up, because otherwise I won't shut up and I'll say the same shit over and over, because this is Spot of Nerd and we're all about broken records here. Please don't go watch this film. Please.